Hello friends, today we are going to study a very important chapter of our medical subject, and this is our digestive system and metabolism. We will see this subject in our 3 consecutive videos. In first video, we will learn about the anatomy of digestive system. Then in second video, we will study about the physiology of digestive system, and in third one, we will see the metabolism. So friends, before I get into the subject of anatomy of digestive system, let us understand the meaning of system. As you already know that we have many organs which are present in our body, and when these organs comes together and perform a specific function, we call it a system. So therefore, in this digestive system also, we have different organs, and these organs are mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine and large intestine. And it has accessory organs also like salivary gland, liver, gallbladder and pancreas. You see in the picture, left hand side you will get all the organs, and the right hand side you have accessory organs, and all the above organs and accessory organs are doing a specific function called digestion. Now friends, we will see what is digestion. See, digestion is the process in which complex food is broken down into simple food with the help of enzyme, and this process takes place in alimentary canal or gastrointestinal tract or alimentary tract. Now friends, we will see more about this alimentary canal. This alimentary canal, it is a whole passage or a tract or a tube-like structure where food passes throughout the body. I mean from mouth to anus during the process of digestion. And this passage, or you can say the tube-like structure, has 4 different layers, and these layers are serous membrane, which is the outer layer, muscularis, which is the middle layer, submucosa, which is inner layer, and mucosa, which is the innermost layer. Now friends, we will see what are the process of digestion which takes place in our digestive system. The process of digestions are ingestion, then we have propulsion, then digestion, followed by absorption, then distribution, and finally egestion. These are the processes of digestion which takes place in the digestive system. Now one by one we will see all about these processes. The first one is ingestion. Ingestion is the intake of food. This ingestion to egestion, these processes takes place one by one in this digestive system. When I was talking about ingestion, it is the intake of food, and dear friend, food is a substance which we eat or drink or we take into our body to sustain life and which provide energy and promote growth. With this substance we called it as a food or nutrients, and the intake of this food or nutrients is called egestion. After egestion we have propulsion. In this process of propulsion we have movement of food in the alimentary canal. This movement is a wave-like movement. You will see in this picture the food which is in the bolus form is moving in this tube-like structure due to contraction and expansion of smooth muscles of GI tract. And this movement of food is called peristalsis movement. And this peristalsis movement takes place in the process of propulsion. After propulsion, the process which takes place in this digestive system is digestion. This digestion is the process of breakdown of complex food, that is carbohydrate, protein and fat, into simple food with the help of enzymes. And these simple foods are glucose, amino acid, fatty acid and glycerol. And this after digestion, that is breakdown of complex food into simpler food, we have the process of absorption. In the process of absorption, simple food is absorbed at intestine through a structure called villi and it goes into the bloodstream. After this absorption, we have a process of distribution. In this distribution, this blood which contains simple food is distributed throughout the tissues and the body cells. And when it is distributed in tissues and body cells, after this distribution, we get undigested food which is being eliminated out from our body through anus, and this process is called egestion. So friends, we have seen the different processes of digestion, that is ingestion, propulsion, digestion, absorption, distribution, and then finally elimination of undigested food out from our body through anus. Now we will see one by one the different organs through which this process of digestion takes place. The first organ is mouth. The mouth has a cavity called buccal cavity or oral cavity, which represent the first part of digestive tract or alimentary tract. And from here, the process of digestion is initiated by ingestion and salivation. And also the propulsion starts. The second process, which is propulsion, it starts from the mouth cavity itself. This mouth cavity consists of teeth. And as you already know friends, in adult we have 32 teeth. And these teeth are of 4 types. One is incisor, then canine, premolar and molar. Incisors are cutting teeth which are 8 in number. Then we have canines which are tearing teeth and they are 4 in number. Premolars, they are crushing teeth which are 8 in number. And molar, they are grinding teeth which are 12 in number. And the top portion of teeth is enamel, which is the hardest part of our body. Friends, we will discuss the anatomy and physiology of the teeth in our next video. Now, after teeth, we have another important structure which is present in our mouth cavity is tongue. Tongue is a muscular organ made up of voluntary or skeletal muscles attached with hyoid bone of a skull. And it helps in mastication and swallowing of food. This tongue also helps in detecting of taste of food by its taste bud which is present on the surface. And it also aids in speech. This tongue it also helps in speech. And the average length of tongue in adult is about 3.3 inches. In addition to this tongue, we also see a structure called hard and soft palate. See friends, the roof of mouth is known as palates and the front is hard palate and back is soft palate. And the main function of palate is to aid speech and swallowing of food. And in breathing also, these hard and soft palate helps. And a very important structure or the organ which is present in our mouth cavity is salivary gland. See, the salivary gland in human, it has 3 pairs. You see in the picture, the salivary glands is out of 3 types and they are in pairs. The first one is parotid gland, which is 2 in number. Then we have submandibular gland, which is 2 in number, and then sublingual gland, which is also 2 in number. So salivary glands which are present is of three types and are in pairs. After mouth cavity or mouth or buccal cavity, we have an organ called pharynx. This pharynx is a muscular structure found behind the mouth. This is a tube-like structure, and this tube has two pathways, one towards the mouth called oropharynx and other towards the nose called nasopharynx. As you can see in this picture, this passage, they acts as a passageway from mouth to esophagus. And this pharynx, you see, it is connected with the oesopharynx with a sphincter called oesophageal sphincter. Now this oesophagus, it is also a muscular tube-like structure which starts from pharynx to the stomach. Friends, the food doesn't just fall into the esophagus to the stomach, but it is the wall of esophagus which propel the food to the stomach by the rhythmic wave of muscular contraction and expansion. And this rhythmic wave we have seen earlier, this rhythmic wave is called peristalsis movement. And this peristalsis movement takes place in esophagus. See, the length of esophagus is about 8-inch long in adults. And this esophagus also acts as a passageway from pharynx to the stomach. Now friends, we will see a very important organs of our digestive system is a stomach. A stomach is a muscular bag or a sac-like structure which is located in the left side of abdominal cavity. And this stomach receives food from esophagus where it stays for minimum 2 to 3 hours for digestion. And this stomach has three different parts, and this stomach is divided into three different parts. That is, the first part is called fundus, which is our upper part. The second part is the body, which is the middle part, and the third part is the pylorus, which is the lower part. And this stomach has two valves or sphincter. The first sphincter is called cardiac sphincter, which is present on the top of this stomach and below the esophagus. These sphincters are a muscular ring type structure. The second sphincter is a pyloric sphincter, which is also a muscular ring which is present at the end of the stomach and the beginning of the small intestine. Now we will see the inner structure of a stomach. The internal structure of a stomach has a layer of lining of epithelial tissues which contain 4 different types of cells. These cells are mucus cells and they are present in the fundus part of the stomach which secretes alkaline mucus. And this alkaline mucus protect this stomach from strong acid and also help the food movement through lubrication. The second cell is called parietal cell, which secretes HCl, and this HCl makes the stomach medium acidic. It is very strong acidic, the acid, and its pH is less than 2. This HCl kills all the microorganisms which comes in the stomach along with the food. The third type of cell which is present in the stomach is chief cells. This chief cells secretes gastric juice which contain the different enzymes. The main enzymes are pepsinogen, and this pepsinogen in the presence of HCl changes into pepsine. The other enzymes which are present in gastric juice are renin and lipase also. We will see what are the function of renin and lipase in our different video, in our next video. And the third cell I have already discussed, friends. The fourth type of cell which is present in the stomach is the glandular cell. These are neuroendocrine cells present in the pyloric region of the stomach. And there are three different type of neuroendocrine cells present in the stomach, and they are G cells, ECL cells, and D cells. See, these G cells and ECL cells are very friendly, because wherever you will see this G cell in the stomach, you will also find ECL cells there. This GCL cells, this E cells, secretes hormone called gastrin, and ECL cells, that is enterochromaffin like cells, they secrete histamine, and the function of these cells is they secrete hormone called somatostatin. See, this gastrin and histamine, how they are secreted. Our brain, which has hypothalamus, releases a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine, which stimulates this G cell and ECL cell to produce gastrin and histamine. This gastrin and histamine stimulates the parietal cell to produce HCl. This is how these cells function. So we have seen, friends, the different type of cells in the stomach. Now we will see the another organ, which is small intestine. This small intestine is a muscular tube-like structure made up of smooth muscles. It lies between the stomach and large intestine, and the length of small intestine is between 3 meter to 5 meter long. It has got three different distinct parts, and they are duodenum. This duodenum is the upper part which receives bile from gallbladder and pancreatic juice from pancreas at the ample of Vater. This ample of Vater is between the duodenum, where these bile and pancreatic juice, they comes and they mixed with food in the duodenum. The absorption of simple food starts from this duodenum, and through this finger-like structure called villi, it is also been started from duodenum itself. After duodenum, we have jejunum. Jejunum is the middle part and are mainly responsible for absorption. Then we have ileum. It is the lower portion of small intestine which joins cecum of large intestine and has a valve called ileocecal valve. Friends, after small intestine, we have large intestine. You see in this picture, the large intestine is also a muscular tube-like structure made up of smooth muscles, and its average length is about 1.5 meter. This large intestine have 7 distinct parts. These are cecum, which is attached with the small intestine, and the junction have a valve called ileocecal valve. After cecum, we have ascending colon, then transverse colon, then descending colon, then sigmoid colon, and then rectum, followed by anus. So these are the important parts of large intestine, and the main function of large intestine is to absorb water and electrolyte, and is excreted it also excrete the undigested food through the undigested food, which is stored in cecum and expelled out through anus. So this was all about large intestine. Friends, now we will see the accessories organs. The main accessory organs which we have are liver, gallbladder, and pancreas. See, first we will see about the liver, which is the largest gland in our body and is situated in the upper right region of abdominal cavity. This liver is a highly specialized tissue made up of cells called hepatocytes. These cells regulates biochemical reactions which include synthesis and breakdown of a small and complex molecule. Therefore, liver is also known as metabolic center of human body. This liver, as you can see in the picture, is reddish brown in color and its weight is almost about 1.5 kilogram. This liver has two lobes and these lobes are connected with two large blood vessels. And these blood vessels are hepatic artery and portal vein. As you can see in this picture, the green color is gallbladder. This gallbladder is attached with the liver. It is a hollow sac-like structure present just below the liver, and its average size is about 4 inches long. The main function of gallbladder is to store bile, which is released into the duodenum in the small intestine with a duct. See, this gallbladder is also attached with the liver through a duct, and this duct is a common for gallbladder as well as liver. So this duct is also called as common bile duct. Now friends, we will see the another and very important accessory organs which is present in our digestive system is pancreas. See, this pancreas is the organ which plays a very important role in digestion. It is a leaf-like structure situated below the stomach and in between the duodenum. It is also called a mixed gland because it has got both exocrine cells as well as endocrine cells. The exocrine cells of pancreas are called acinar cells. These acinar cells of pancreas secretes pancreatic juice, which contain enzymes like trypsin, amylase and lipase. And this duct cell secretes bicarbonates which help acinar cell to produce enzyme. So these are the two exocrine cells which is present in pancreas, and now we will see the endocrine cells of pancreas which is called islet of Langerhans. And these islet of Langerhans which are of three types. These cells are alpha cells, beta cells and gamma cells. Alpha cells produce glucagon, beta cell produce insulin and gamma cells produce somatostatin. So friends, we have seen the different organs and accessory organs which are present in our digestive system. Now we will see the physiology of digestive system in the next video. So friends, we will end this anatomy of digestion here only, and thank you very much for your patient listening. Thank you.